Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this class, let's discuss about non-copyright work. So what are the things that cannot be, or you can say, copyrighted? You can't you can't claim copyright for these issues. For example, as we discussed in patent, the ideas, the hypothesis and all can be patented, But when it comes to the copyright, definition itself, in the beginning introduction itself, we discussed that it has to be in physical form or virtual, or you can say it should be like it is something like that. For example, if it can be in digital form also, but there has to be some sense for or for some the kind of evidence for it. It cannot be just intellectual. Okay, so the ideas or maybe the concepts or the principles themselves, they cannot be protected under the copyright, because only the form in which they are expressed can be copyrighted. For example, I have an idea, now I can express that idea with some product, okay, or represent that idea with some product, then the product can be copyrighted, but the idea will not be copyrighted. Next, similarly, facts like maybe the scientific discovery facts or the historical discoveries are not copyrighted. For example, imagine any fact or a person discovers in the course of research cannot be copyrighted. So for example, you go we'll go for example, you are writing a book of Buddhism, okay. Imagine it may take for you to 10 to 15 years to compile all the necessary materials, to gather all the materials and the information around the world, get it and compile it, and then finally you are going to publish it. So at a great expense, what happens, you have to travel, okay, to understand what exactly Buddha did, what is the Buddhism. So you will be visiting the people, you will be visiting the museums, libraries, excavations sites, all these things. Wherever you go, you will get little story that you will keep on compiling, writing in your book. So however, after the book is published, anyone is free to use that underlying facts. You cannot say that I did all these things, so nobody can use those information. That cannot be done, because it's a scientific, or you can say the historical discoveries which are already facts, okay. So you just went there, you went there and you discovered it. If at all, if somebody else would have gone, they would have also discovered it, and they are facts, they represent the scientific fact, they represent the historical facts. That's why you cannot go for a copyright, okay, understanding. So so anyone is free to use that underlying facts, provided they express the information on their own. So especially you can have, anybody can simply say that this can be used, okay. And for example, I can quote in my paper that so and so thing is taken from so and so book. That quoting can be done. So it's, but it can be, what you say, the reference he can give, or he might not give, but he doesn't have to take permission, copyright permission. So copyright does not protect titles, names, slogans, short phrases, short word combinations, methods, or a factual information. These all things cannot be copyrighted. Now certificates are not considered as copyrightable subject matter, as there is not much scope for creativity. Definitely any certificate, whatever you get, maybe degree certificate or maybe your workshop certificate, all those cannot be copyrighted. So digitally created works, or you can say you have created digitally something, but if it is not transformed to a digital format, some formats will be there where the in the internet it should be available, all those things. If it is not formatted, then it cannot be copyrighted. But if it is formatted, it is transferred into a digital format, or any work which is also copied in a digital, converted into digital format also, and if you place that on the internet, they can be protected under copyright. For example, we are having NFTs, non-fungible tokens, that is copyrighted actually. So I can sell it for anyone I wish, okay. They can use it for their commercial use and whatever the, again, distribution of tokens, all those things and all, okay. So that's it. And the last point, the copyright registration for a website as a whole is not possible. I cannot say that now. Recently we have conducted one conference and we have created one website, so I cannot claim copyright for my entire website. However, different components will be there or rudiments will be there of website that can be granted copyright registration. Okay, then you can go for it. For example, the computer's program or a software which you have created, and for that you can go for what you say copyright, or compilations or different things you have done in that website, that is called compiling, including work databases like letterworks, photographs, paintings, diagrams, map, chart, or any plan like artistic works. All those things can be copyrighted, but make sure that they are created by you and you are the only owner of it. Next, work consisting of music including graphical notations, okay, of such work like musical works can be protected under copyright. So, however, a separate application for each component of work has to be filed for seeking copyright registration. You cannot say that the whole website I want to register for copyright. That cannot be done. What exactly, what programs, what compilations are different, or what are the different works, graphical notations are there. Okay, you have to go for separate application should be filed for copyright registration, but it is not a mandatory to go for it, but copyright registration is advised because people might few things if it end up with the some infringement and all, it will be easier for you to fight. You will be having proof. A computer or a mobile app, for example, it can be the any application in your computer, like software you are using for a particular task or doing something, maybe Photoshop and all, or maybe a app which you are using in your phones, okay, which will have got some contents, okay, which is designed to do interactions like interface, what we are having in the apps like trading apps, like Zero the Kite is there, and we are having Binance, Coinbase for crypto trading. Those kind of apps and all will come into picture. They also can be copyrighted. So if someone swipes your picture or a song or a video from the internet and uses it for his purpose, he should it will be considered as copyright infringement. He has to take a permission from you in order to use that particular photo or a song for his commercial use. So by the way, the same is true if you make someone else material or your or for purpose. So if you are also doing the same thing, then also it is the same thing. Okay, understood? So that's how the non-copyright works. Okay, next, copyright registration, that we will discuss in the next class.